Previously on The Last Door, Jeremiah Devitt, alerted by the suicide and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. Devitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peer through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond the world under the watch of the eye of the bird. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug they had used back then. It was a drug. The serum made Devitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate Alexander Dupree, who urged Devitt to join his cause and cross with him the realm of the Verd. When Devitt woke up from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupree's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. This new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Finally, Devitt found a vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. Devitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufmann, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufmann found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupree of what could happen if the door was opened. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. They are coming. None of us could prepare for this. The vision, screaming, we were merely a warning. And now, it is too late. They are coming. Well, I want to see at least the first opening. So welcome back to The Last Door, Season 2. I guess this time around, my theory is that we're going to play as Anthony's son that we saw in the extras in the last season. And, I don't know, he's going to try to find out why his father died. And how. Well, he lost both his father and his mother, so fair enough, right? The Last Door. Last night, I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time, he talked to me. I like the graphics. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I walked aimlessly, as if I were lost. Then I could hear it, the broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching limping footsteps. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. Give me back what he took. No, I have fallen asleep again. What time is it? Dawn already. It is time. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, with cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexander Dupree. We felt sure Dupree was key to finding my patient and friend, Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigation with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visit East Hill something asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexander had been institutionalized there for many years. Sorry, part of the text is blocked for me right now. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. London. East Hill. Oh, are we getting a little map action in this game? Hold on, let me see if I can fix this windowed thing. I can't. Damn it. I'm gonna have to, make the screen wide, and I don't like the way that looks. Gonna lower the music a bit. Yeah, let's go with that. Man. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the way this looks. We'll go with it for this episode and see how it be. Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. This is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexander Dupree here. Okay, so the main character is his psychologist friend, which is interesting. See Mostos, What did he say? So, news on the chaos... Oh, okay. Good morning, I would like to purchase a newspaper. What can you tell me about the building? Goodbye, boy. Good morning. Good morning, boy. Will you give me a newspaper? Yes, sir, it's sixpence. I'm afraid I don't have sixpence. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry, sir, I can't, sir. But you know where to find me when you have the coins. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside, and I hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper... Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Let's see if I can get change. Oh, this does take me back to the map. I thought it would, but... Can I talk to this dude? I can't. East Hill Lunatic Asylum. Anything clickable out here? Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I am a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we were lacking experts like you. What do you mean, you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors start to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe. And the patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupree. Do you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupree. Yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly, an educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believed it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It is hard to keep track. Have you worked here for long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, and the isolation. The rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore. What the hell? That doesn't seem like it's good psychologically for the nurses and doctors. But we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to the Institute's archives? There should be some information there about the man I am looking for, Mr. Dupree. I am sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It is a long time since they have been organized. Our work here takes a great deal of discipline, Dr. Wakefield, as I'm sure you appreciate. It is rewarding in itself, but, oh, I do wish I had something to occupy my mind more, to help me pass the time. How that would ease my burden. I shall not bother you then. A bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. A serene, bucolic landscape with gentle colors. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. I'm sorry, sir. The archives... What did you say? The archives is off limits. The rose window brings a solemn air to the room. An old oil picture portraying Dymphna, patron saint of the psychiatrist, but also one of those who suffer neurological disorder and victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Ew. This must be the recreational wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Blah. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexander Dupree while he was institutionalized? Gonna take a sip of my water. A cheerful pastoral scene. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. The warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Huh. Excuse me, sir. I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. I do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir? A marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health. A variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. It is odd that only this window is shuttered. The curtain casts a mottled shadow over the corner of the room. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumbling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here long? The rumbling. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An endless gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupree. What a strange, strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupree's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Good morning. I am a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I am looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupree. I am sorry, sir. I have never heard of that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues could know something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Riswell in the entrance hall. She has been here for years, maybe for too long. You know, we caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. Again, that doesn't seem very mentally beneficial. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. Okay. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present, but there are even fewer of us caretakers now. We are only 3 for the whole hospital. Whoa. From what I've been told, in the old times the income was enough to provide for everything we needed. A complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But the newer, bigger regional asylums were built. The Crown's support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Well, thank you. In any case, I will leave you to your work in peace. There are only 3 staff members. What is this room? There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Oh, I didn't even notice this person before. Okay. Let me take a look around. Looks like a therapy log. Edward Rowan, 27, acute dementia, September 25th, 1891. Mr. Rowan's condition has degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. September 25, 1891. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. September 29, 1891. Dr. Waddell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Rowan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. October 3rd. Mr. Rowan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. That's getting better? I don't know. Religion in general kind of creeps me out, so looks like a therapy log. Alright, I read this. Okay. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There is a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. Great. I have this piece of metal now. No. Actually, could I go further in this room? I didn't even try. Well, I see a door on the other side. The window has closed abruptly. I don't think it's a good idea to give a piece of metal to this woman. How about putting it on the curtain? Nothing? Okay. Nope. 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 Anything else I can do here? Nope. Has it gotten darker? I can't tell. Here we go. Kind of wary of the help nowadays since I got buried alive by that one guy. A few cardboard sheets lie on the beach. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Good morning. Ah yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon. The light, it makes everything look different, you see. Light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer or make them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They are just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art, for that matter. They mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing there? I'm not sure. Just drawing, my friend. I am trying to feel the light to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings and they study them and they laugh, because my eyes can see the light and theirs are blind. But someday everyone will understand. Who are they, and the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror where they think themselves safe, and they look at me and they observe me. They even take notes. You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupree? The name does not ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Would you happen to know where your drawings are now? I suspect they are somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You're a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. Thanks. I must go. Have a nice day. Please do not touch them. Inmate quarters. Looks like a prison. There's a large door. The large door is made of strong metal. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. It's locked shut. I can't open it. I can't open that heavy door with this. Can I give him the piece of metal? Bye. Can I go anywhere else on the map? I don't think so. I'd be curious if we'll end up at the old rookery at one point. Nope, I don't see anything else. Can I give him the piece of metal? No. The rose window brings a solemn air to the room. Can I, throw this piece of metal to distract her? What should I do? Let us keep it closed so the room stays dark. I can see clearly through the mirror.